Hello everyone. Today we have a very special guest with us, Dr. Surya Prakash Tripathi, who is director of RR Group of Institutions, uh, to share his thoughts and vision and to bridge the gap between the higher management and the students. Earlier, he was professor and HOD of Computer Science Department in IIT Lucknow. We welcome you, sir. Welcome you in the wonderful series of thoughtful leaders. First of all, I would like to ask you, being a director of RR Group of Institutions, what is your philosophy of leadership and how would you describe your leadership style?
Actually, I think that if I am the director of RR Institute, everybody start thinking that this is their institute. If you are not going together, then the development of anything doesn't take place. If there are 10 people, and out of that 10 people, even one person and one people is not moving in the right direction with the 9 people, then the development will not take properly. So there should be cohesiveness among the faculty members, among the students, among the management, and the last and the most important thing, that is the places, that is the institutions, that is the organization, that is the factories, companies, and in the last but the very most important, society for whom we are developing the product. They have also have the very lovely interactions with us. So if these 4 things will be coordinated properly, then the real development will take place and the growth of institute will also be there.
Wonderful, sir. Definitely. Coming to the next question, being a director of RR Group of Institutions, how do you strategize about the key programs and plans for the marketing and administration of your institute?
Can you ask the question again? You are not clearly audible.
Okay, sir. Being a director of RR Group of Institutions, how do you strategize about the key programs and plans for the marketing and administration of your institute?
You see, RR Institute has the BTech programs, the MBA programs mainly. So nowadays, what is happening? That gone are the days when the number of institutes is very less, and the people who are coming from that institute is also very less. And in compared to that, the demand in the market was much. Nowadays, what is happening? What is we are producing not only in India but in the world is roughly more than what is the demand in the society. That is the very first point. Second point is, here is the competition. If I want to take a person who has knowledge and he is from my institute, and if there is a person who is from someone else's institute, his knowledge is more than our students, then naturally the industry people or the other people will take that institute whose knowledge will be there. So you have to emphasize the knowledge of our students should be very deep. Our students should be able to solve the problems of the society. Our students should be able to solve the problems of the unsolved problems of the society. Our students should make themselves so dynamic that what the situation demand, they may come with the solution of that demand. For example, none of us were knowing that in the March 2020, due to the great pandemic, the whole world is going to be paralyzed, including our own country. In this grave situation, certain people came with the wonderful ideas, certain people came with the wonderful technologies, and no doubt that was the demand of that pandemic, that you are taking my interview on this online platform. Otherwise, if that pandemic was not there, it was it was not possible. It was not possible. It was certain that you must be sitting in the front of me and asking the question, and I was replying. So what is happening? That as per the demand of the society, as per the demand of the time, at requirement of the technologies, certain technologies has emerged from the root and have given the best so that there should not be any problem. So that attitude must have in our students.
Very well,
Okay.
sir. You want to continue?
Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice, sir. Wonderful thought. And that is right, very right that with this pandemic, the digital world has been involved and has taken its right position, to be very honest. Coming to the next question, sir. How do you tend to establish healthy relations with the students and fellow faculty?
You see, I have been in IIT Lucknow since 1986. And if you are opting the profession of the teacher, you must feel that you are teacher. Very important thing. When I am saying that you must feel that you are teacher, you have all the qualities of a great teacher. And what are the qualities of the great teacher? That is the very first thing, that there should not be difference among their own sons and daughters and the students. If his son is achieving something and he is becoming happy, if his daughter is achieving something and he is becoming happy, he should also become happy from his heart and brain when his student is achieving something. The reverse part is also true. When something happens to our sons and daughters, we do all the things so that the problems should be eliminated. In the similar way, we have to do all the things that if there is a problem inside of the students, their problems should also be eliminated. How it is going to be possible? It is going to be possible only when there should not be or there will not be any gap of communication. There should not or there will not be any fear complex. There should not or will not be any hesitation in both parts. If students have any problem, they feel that the RR Institute is their home, and as they are sharing the problems, the ideas, or the thought of their mind, the thought of the things with their family member, in the same way, they should also share with the faculty members, with the HODs, with the deans, and lastly with the director. You will see there are a lot of examples in the society, in the houses, something happens bad with the young people, that is our sons and daughters. If you analyze, you'll find out that there was a gap of communication among those people. So if that gap is not existing, we are true to our students are true to ourselves, then there will no problem and the institute will grow like anything, as the old Indian traditions of Gurukuls, that is Takshila and Nalanda. Next question. Thank you.
Very nice, sir. Wonderful thought. Sir, how do you strategize the curriculum and how often it gets updated to make it befitting for the students?
Okay, it is a very good question. There are certain disciplines which are where the change is taking place very rapidly. I am with the computer science discipline. I had been the teacher from 1986 till 2019 and in the field of computer science and engineering. There is a one proverb for the students of computer science faculty of computer science, researchers of computer science, if we are standing the place where we are and we are running very fast, then we will be there where we were. If I explain in Hindi, it is like this. हम जहाँ पे खड़े हैं वहां से बहुत तेजी से आगे बढ़े दौड़े तो हम खड़े रह पाएंगे जहाँ पे हम हैं. इतनी तेजी से चेंजेस कंप्यूटर साइंस के फील्ड में होती है. And this change has the implications on the other fields also. Nowadays, you see, all the branches are affected by this computer science, IT. Computer science, there is no difference between computer science and IT. They are the brothers and sisters, or sister, or brother, whatever the name you want to say, you want to give, you are free to give it. So that is there. But there is one thing. Ours is the affiliated college. Our college is affiliated with the Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University, Uttar Pradesh, Lucknow. In the short, which is known as AKTU, Lucknow. Now that university, or our university, designed and developed the syllabus for the undergraduate programs. Our university designed and developed the curriculum, syllabus, etc., for postgraduate programs. Our university designed and developed the program for PhD and post-PhD programs. So all these things are there in the hands of our university. I had been the chairman of the Board of Studies of Computer Science Engineering, Board of Studies of Information Technology, Board of Studies of MCA, etc., BTech and MTech both. But our university is very, very dynamic. No doubt at all. As per the need of the society, as per the need of the industry, as per the need of the other things, the change of syllabus takes place very rapidly. Roughly in 6 years, the university has changed the syllabus 3 times. This time, a new syllabus the university is running. And I hope in the near future, when the new education policies have come in the light of that also, our university will change the syllabus, etc. So the syllabus and curriculum part is not in our hand, that is in the hand of our AKTU. That is Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University. It is in our hand. Our hand is 3 things, and it is very important. First thing, in the syllabus, there is a flexibility that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. will be the elective subjects. And out of that elective subjects, certain subject has to be taken by the students. So as per the demand of the society, we may float that these subjects will be demanded more by the industry, by the society, by the higher education institutes, etc. So we float that subjects from the department. For example, again I will take BTech Computer Science and Engineering. I'm sorry to again most of the time taking the example from BTech Computer Science and Engineering because I am from there and I've been working there and I have done all these things for that. So out of that elective subjects, that is the purview of the faculty members of that department, that which elective courses are going to float. Then there are open electives. Open electives are offered by the other departments and that course has to be taken by the department people. For example, there may be a course floated by mechanical engineering, there may be a course floated by electrical engineering. So the computer science students may join that. If we are saying that in the semester X or in the semester 7, there is a open, for example, there is an open elective. So the student of computer science and engineering will take A open elective of any department. A mechanical engineering student will take a open elective of any department. A civil engineering will take a open elective of any department, and so on, so on, so on. So in the totality, when we'll see what the open elective is going to be useful for our students, so students may choose and the institute or department will float that open elective. So that is the second part. The third part is that our university is saying that if you are getting this much of marks, if you have done this much of courses, the degree will be awarded as passed with honors. So there is certain cut point, let's say X. If you will do the X credit of courses, the degree will be awarded. If you will do the X plus Y number of courses, credit of courses, the honors degree will be awarded. This Y number of courses you have to do from the MOOCs. And in the MOOCs also, we can ask our student, gentlemen, you take this course. This is more appropriate for you. You take this course. This is more appropriate for this. So by the three corners, we have the flexibility in our course. That is by the elective of the department, by the open elective of the department, and by the MOOC courses. So in this way, we can train our students, we can guide our students, we can provide the knowledge, deep knowledge to our students so that they become a great graduates.
Wonderful,
Okay.
sir. Very nice. Sir, what are your views upon the placements and higher education for the students from RR group of institutions?
What I understand your question that you are asking, what is my idea about the placement and higher education? But can you repeat?
What are your,
Because
I'm repeating the question, sir. What are your views upon placements and higher education about the students from RR group of institutions?
okay, fine. If you are good, everyone will say that you are good. You will agree with me? Are you agree with me or not?
Yes, sir.
Naturally. So very first, what is the meaning of good? It is a very philosophical term. You may be good in your behavior. You may be good in speaking one particular language. You may be good in the technical knowledge which you are getting. So here, we are giving the technical knowledge to our graduate students, that is BTech in the various fields. So our students must have the very deep knowledge of the subject in which they are doing the graduation. For example, if they are doing their mechanical BTech mechanical engineering, so they have the very deep knowledge about the mechanical engineering subjects. Plus, if they can also acquire more knowledge to make themselves so strong that they should be the best in the society. If they are the computer science and engineering students, they have to be very good in the coding. They have to be very good in analyzing. They have to be very good in providing the solution of the existing problems, as well as they may be so future forecast persons that visualize that this type of problems may come and their solution exists like that. They may come with the solution of that also. So that should be the capacity of our students. Very first thing. The second thing, all these things must have been in the faculty also. The faculty should also, all the time, the faculty should update its knowledge, because nowadays the rate of change is so fast that if you will stand there and not run, you will be far behind what the knowledge existing do. So the faculty member has also to update them. They have the deep knowledge of the subject which they are teaching. Apart from that, they have to acquire the others knowledge also, so that if their student asks some question, if the students have some doubt, they should be able to clear their doubts. They should be able to guide them. They should be able to put them on the right path. So that is the things among the students and the faculty members. If these two things are there, you don't need anything else. Your product is the marketing thing. If your product is excellent, people will come and snatch the things from you. Please give me, etc. That's it.
Very nice, sir. Mentioning product is the only marketing thing. And
yeah,
the next question is related to that only. So what are the things which are like, what would you like people to know about your institute which they may not know, and what are the USPs which is actually a marketing thing for our group of institutions?
Okay, here also I'll take one example. Suppose no one says this person is very great. His personality itself says that he is very great. In the similar way, our students' deep knowledge should be so much that they should shine in the society. If a student goes, and let us say he goes in a very ordinary company, doesn't mean if he shines there, the things will spread like fire of the forest. That he is from RL to Papu. If he goes, then from there he will go to the good company. From there he will go to other good company. In that way, that what we are producing will do the real marketing. We advertise something in the paper, something on the online media, one side, and if let us say there are 3,000 students, they are coming out of RR college, and they are marketing for ourselves, not RR is very good. Through their behavior, through the way they move in the society, through they express things in the society, through the way they solve the problem in the society. Here I mean the society, that is the industry in which they are working, the higher education where they are studying, the research lab where they are doing the R&D. And overall, everywhere, it gives the impression, and that is the best marketing. Second thing, if your product is very good, their parents, their family members, their relatives, their friends will also, you see, he had studied in RS group of college. So that is the best marketing strategy. And we have to follow that one. That is, make your product so good that everybody come for your product, and your product.
Very nice, sir. So what do you see the RR group of institutions' greatest strength and how it can be enhanced?
So, faculty, the management is very clear in its ideas. They know what to do. If they know what to do, they are moving in that direction. And what is that? What to do? That is, produce the product in such a way that it should be accepted in the market as a hot cake. First thing. And for doing that, they are already doing certain other things. That is, they are inviting the placement companies around the clock, 3 times the clock. They are giving the training to their students how to speak, how to solve the problems, how to manage the problems, etc., etc. there is a gap in the society. One portion of the society comes from a very different type of group who are very influential, who are very good in speaking. Another side of society, another group of persons who are coming from a different portion of the society who have no exposure to express themselves. Other group of institute is giving the exposure to them also to express themselves. And what happens sometimes happens that you know the things but you are not able to express it. It is also true that you don't know the truth, you don't know the things as the other person was knowing and was not able to express, but you express your idea very nicely. So the person who is sitting in the front of you, to whom you are communicating, is impressed by you, and instead of that person who has more knowledge than you, he selects you. When you has been selected, you do the things, and he is foreign. So that group, the other group of institution, is moving, is continuously doing the work for the development of the personality development. It is not good. If you are a good player, you will come to know that I have to work with these number of persons. If you are a badminton player and playing the double match, so you have to develop a coordination with your friend. If you are a cricket player, then and doing the fielding, you have to develop the coordination among the 11 people. And this is true in the case of football, hockey, etc., etc. So that is true in the case of studies also. If you are in the class, you are doing the coursework, you are doing anything, you are developing anything, the coordination must be there. And if you are able to establish that coordination in a nice way, actually you are going to achieve that. So for that, they do the there is a cultural function in the institute. There is a, you can say, sport function in the institute. There are other types of activities takes place in the institution. And all these things enhance the capacity of our students.
Sir, mentioning the annual fest and other things, sir, I would like to, ask you, what are the extracurricular activities and programs to enhance the skills of the students or expose them to the real world challenges?
Our group of institutions organize a extracurricular, a cultural program as well as a sports program in the institute. In that cultural program and that sports activity, all the students compulsorily takes part. It is not like that they are compelled to take. Everybody is very excited to do the cultural activities. Everybody is very excited to play something. It's not important you are playing only. If you are helping those students who are playing, that is also the part of that activity. After group of institute, there is a cultural activity and there is a sport activity which takes place every year. And in both the functions, the other institutes students are invited and they takes part in both the activities. So when they take part in both the activities, so our students learn the managing techniques. Because the students who are coming to this, they are not our students. Most of the students, they meet first times. So how to speak with them, how to solve their problems, how to provide the facilities to do, how to give each and everything to them so that they should feel comfortable. First thing. Second thing, they are the part of the game. If there is a hockey team, there may be possible there are 20 teams. And out of that 20 teams, there is a RR Institute team also. So the RR Institute team is going to play with all the other teams, depending on the techniques, how it is group wise, etc. That I am not going to tell you. I don't want to discuss at this platform. So what is happening? They are learning. They are learning the real management. They are gaining the knowledge by practicing. They are getting the real life experience. And that is true in the case of curricular activities, which is the culture or which is the sports. So that is there.
Very nice, sir. So coming to the next question. When you came to the college or a group of institutions, what was your vision and how are you trying to achieve the same?
You see, naturally, if I am here, I want that this or a group of institutions should become one of the best institutes of at least UP. How we are going to make it? It is a dream. But when there is a dream, you have to try for that. And dreams doesn't become true in overnight. You did do a long term planning. Then today I'll do this much effort, tomorrow I'll do this much effort, day after tomorrow I'll do this much effort, so on, so on, so on. We know that the government of India has also a lot of ranking criteria. We also know that in the world there are ranking criteria. And we, in our country, we are trying to enhance our knowledge so that we should come among that ranking in the top. As some good institutes of United Kingdom, USA, etc. are. The time will come, we are very close to achieving that Indian institute or university will be among the top of the world institute. The same criteria is in our country also. So first we have to among the top in our state, then we have to be top among our country, and then we'll think part in the world. So there are certain things that you have to achieve A, you have to achieve B, you have to achieve C, you have to achieve D, etc. And on all these points, the marks are given. And when the total marks are added, your ranking is decided. Now I'm coming to the RR group of institutions. Here comes what is the knowledge of the faculty members, how many research papers they have published, what type of research paper they have published. They are extraordinarily good. That is their impact factor. They are good. They are how many people are taking the knowledge from your research paper. If your research paper is so good, created a पूरे हल्ला मचा दिया संसार में, etc. What is the result of your institute? What type of students you are taking? What type of student you are producing? For example, if you are taking the students who are very good, they are excellent. You have taken 100 students, and out of all the 100 students are excellent when they came to your institute. When they pass out of 100, only 70 are excellent, 30 are not. It means your performance is not good. You have not able to make 30 students who were excellent to at least excellent. But if you are taken 100 students and that only 10 students are excellent, 10 students are good, 10 students are average, and rest 70 students are poor. And when you are producing the result, you are saying 20 excellent, 20 good, 20 average, then what you're producing is very excellent. You're getting my point?
Getting.
What type of job students are going to take? They are going to take the job, they are going to join the job in the multinational, super multinational. That is where the students are joining from the whole world. What is the cleanness? What is the number of faculty? There are a lot of parameters. So you have to achieve excellent in all those parameters. I want that my institutes in the leadership of not only me, single leadership doesn't do anything. If that is the true criteria, God has not given brain to each and every person. So each and every person brain works together, and then our institutes will become a good institute, a ranked institute, a excellent institute. That is my dream.
Wonderful, sir. Sir, do you believe that online portals like Polydunia are really helpful in increasing awareness and giving, even in your institute or another institute, the quality students?
Yeah, naturally. You see, when we were students, when I was in high school, nothing was available. Only the newspaper. And if you want to do BTech or MBBS, you have to go through the newspapers and see the advertisements, etc., etc. Nowadays, the information is flooding. The very important thing out of that flood, what is the gem? And this your organization is the gem. It is providing the good information, the correct information to the students, and on the basis of that, they take the decisions for their life, and they are not cheated by someone else's way. So you are doing a good thing. You are doing a very good thing. And I will say, do more good things for the society, because we are the creation of the society. We must do for the society. If society is good, we will be good. If society will become bad, we will become bad. We will do the good things and do more good things.
Very nice, sir, and thank you so much. Coming to the last question, sir. What valuable advice would you like to the students for them to have a prosperous career ahead?
Be honest. You should be honest to yourself. You should be honest to your family. You should be honest to your institute. You should be honest to your society. You should be honest to your country and the world as a whole. Because we are seeing how the pandemic has paralyzed everything. This is the example. We are related with each and everyone. We cannot live in today's world in isolation. So our students, this is the one part. This is the holistic answer. But our students must have the deep knowledge, not the shallow one. The deep knowledge is very, very important. Our students must have the discipline. Our students' behavior should be excellent. Our students' abilities to solve the unsolved problems should be excellent. Our students should accept the challenges. And the very, very important thing is that due to any reason, if you fall down, don't be frustrated. Become happy that you have learned something, new things. You will follow this path, you will fall, and again get up and start running on that path. Victory will be there. Victory will be there, and you will be victorious. So that is the last thing I am saying to my students, to my faculty members, and to everyone.
Wonderful, sir, and thank you so much for giving me your precious time. And we are very grateful to have you on our portal. and as a thoughtful leader. So,
Okay, so nice. Thank you very much. It was very nice and interesting time with you. You asked very nice questions, very relevant questions, very good questions for the students, for us, for faculty, and in the last, the society. Because everything comes from the society and goes in the society.
welcome.
Thank you very much also.
Welcome, sir.